Alright folks, welcome back to Glesga News. Right, it's Saturday the 27th of April 2019. The link up here in blue will be in the description if you want to go and read the story yourself. Right, okay, it's regarding this creep here. He's an ex-police officer, well he is now. He's just been sentenced to 2.5 years for stalking, but let's go into it. Scots stalker cop jailed after sending 6,000 messages to victim pretending they were from her ex. Scott Gorrie, 43, spun a tissue of lies and hounded the terrified woman after being sent to her home following a domestic abuse complaint. There he's there. Says he's 43. He looks about 50, 55, nearly 60. Anyway. A police officer who created an elaborate fiction to make a woman think she was being monitored and was at risk of harm has been jailed for more than 2.5 years. Brilliant! Scott Gorrie's actions, which preyed on the woman's fears about her estranged husband, caused his victim significant fear and alarm and led to her being signed off work with stress. The 43-year-old previously admitted a charge of stalking, 2 charges of attempting to pervert the course of justice, and 1 of breaching the terms of his bail. So, stalking obviously is the main charge. 2 charges of attempting to pervert the course of justice would mean he tried to cover up what he'd been doing and they found that out. And breaching his bail probably means he tried to contact her, maybe try and get her to change her story or something like that. He was jailed for 2.5 years and 2 years and 8 months and handed a 3-year non-harassment order at Perthshire Court on Tuesday. According to prosecutors, Gorrie was called to the women's home after a domestic complaint in May last year. Soon after, he made contact with her online. Right, okay, so he's made contact with her probably, doesn't mention, but privately, maybe via social media. And she told him of her fears that her estranged husband was monitoring her movements in some way. So he's came in there because the woman's obviously vulnerable and decided to try and take advantage of her. So what happened next? From mid-June, Gorrie, who made out he was a single father, right, the plot thickens, doesn't it? We were getting there ourselves, weren't we? Began creating a fiction based on the fears she held. Right, okay. So, let's carry on. According to the Crown Office, Gorrie started to send messages which led her to believe that they were both being followed. The content and tone of the messages reinforced her belief that her ex-husband was monitoring her and had it in for her. Gorrie also made the woman believe that he was in personal danger and his messages became increasingly alarming and frightening. So what's his motivation for that? His motivation for that would be that he would protect her. I'll protect you. And it ultimately probably left to some sort of intimate contact. I'm not going to say any more because I don't have any evidence of that, but that would seem to me to be the motivation. It says here, his fiction began to unravel when the victim contacted police about her ex-husband's conduct. Prosecutors said, and he took steps to try to cover up what he had done. That's perverting the course of justice. Les Brown, head of the criminal allegations against the police division, said, stalking can have a devastating and lasting impact on the lives of victims. Scott Gorrie knowingly placed a vulnerable woman, that's right, in a state of fear and alarm through his criminal behaviour. This was a full and thorough investigation by prosecutors and Police Scotland's anti-corruption unit, and I am grateful to all involved for their assistance in securing today's outcome. Well done for catching that absolute degenerate. All you need to do now is catch all the police that are dealing drugs. That would be even better. Give them 15 and 20 year sentences. Right, okay, so there you go, folks. I'm not going to say much more about this. Obviously, a degenerate copper. Hopefully, has a right hard time in the jail. Right, a real hard time in the jail. Hope he meets people that he sent to jail probably for, nonsense. Right, okay, folks. If you like the content, hit that like button and think about subscribing. Peace out.